I want to bring up our first performer today. I always like to have a little call back into our deep spirituality, and nothing strikes our hearts like poetry. And this gentleman that's to my left here is really a wonderful reciter of poetry. He's usually rocking Rumi and Hafiz. Today, he is rocking his own creations.
Yeah!
Yes. So please put your hands together for Doug VanWoerkom.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. So I wrote this poem a few years back while I was thinking about the value and importance of having praise and gratitude in my life. I wrote it in such a way that you, the audience, can participate in the poem if you desire. And how that would happen is at the end of each stanza, there will be a single phrase, sentence, and that will be repeated at the end of each stanza, and that's where you can join in. It'll make sense once you get to the first stanza. So, that phrase it's also the title of the poem, and it is, I give thanks for all that's good in my life, and so it is. Some old cultures believed that when you woke up in the morning, the first thing you did was sing, or the sun wouldn't rise. Some old cultures believed that when you woke up in the morning, the first thing you did was sing, or that sun would not rise. How strange that sounds today, but think about it. If we began each day with song or praise, imagine how this could reshape our entire world. So let's all start praising right now by saying, I give thanks for all that's good in my life, and so it is. St. Augustine once said, God has many that the church does not, and the church has many that God does not. Friends, it's not in the pew where we need to kneel when caught in the deep difficulties of life. Let's always remember to ask, shall I grow today through suffering or through choice? How we answer that question will impact the rest of our entire lives. Won't you join with me now and say out loud, I give thanks for all that's good in my life, and so it is. A wise person once told me that being truly spiritual means being fully present with whatever's in front of you, no matter what. Praise Spirit. When faced with any challenge now, large or small, I am finally learning to ask, shall I see this as a blessing or as a curse? Please don't join me in my crucifixion. Instead, join me in my resurrection, and then together let's say, I give thanks for all that's good in my life, and so it is. The poet Rainer Maria Rilke once said, if we know how a willow tree is shaped underground, we can see it more clearly above. As our understanding grows deeper, we become that place where inner and outer meet. The cynic only sees life in parts and complains. The wise one sees life as whole and praises. Choose a new life now and call out with me, I give thanks for all that is good in my life, and so it is. Robert Robert Bly once wrote in one of his poems, "If you want the magical thing hidden from all others, then you'll have to live a life full of exaltation." If you want the magical thing hidden from all others, then you'll have to live a life full of exaltations. Just hearing that line spoken out loud makes me want to say, I give thanks for all that's good in my life, and so it is. Last stanza. I believe that if everyone pointed their prayer rugs towards heaven, we'd all be facing each other. When we finally choose to stop living in judgment of ourselves and those around us, then the war is over. Friends, perhaps the promise of eternity is this: once you find the center in everything, you will never be alone again. Friends, perhaps the promise of eternity is this: once you find the center in everything, you will never be alone again. Now, isn't that enough to make anyone want to say, I give thanks for all that's good in my life, and so it is.